Yeah, we can go live whenever. I'm just going to be walking a little bit, if that's okay.
That's fine.
All right, well, we can start with the first question.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I can read the first question. It says, what details are seen as horrible here, and why might they be seen as horrible? Well,
go ahead.
I think what's seen as horrible is probably just like the physical features after Frankenstein came alive. Like the skin, like although the scientists thought that he was putting the best parts of a human together, just the whole outer appearance of Frankenstein was horrifying.
Yeah.
Like how the dried up look. That's kind of scary. I would be scared.
Yeah. I think the thing that made it most horrible is he kept referring to it as a thing. He didn't. It was so hideous. He didn't want to refer to it as a person or a human being, even. So, I mean, that's got to be pretty hideous.
And even though his whole intention was putting like like the best looking human being together.
Yeah.
After it came alive, it was like not
I think his intentions were good, but it's hard to do that. So.
Yeah. What's up, Julia?
Oh, hey team.
Oh, we're on the first question already.
And then I also kind of wrote about that too. I just put that, like the way he describes him was describing like an inanimate object, not like that he's building a human. So he kind of alluded to that it was a monster before he even came alive.
Yeah.
And then I think like the lack of a soul and the lack of having like heart and all that kind of stuff makes it impossible for someone to be a normal color, because like all that stuff makes it so you are who you are and right color.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's interesting that all of the qualities that he talks about Frankenstein or his monster is that like just that they're different. You know, I mean, he had yellow skin, which is different than his skin, and his muscles, like everything just looked terrible because it was different than like a normal human being. I'm sure that if it looked just like Frankenstein, that it wouldn't scare him, or it would be beautiful because it looked just like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have to read everything or just chapter 5?
I only read chapter 5.
It said only to read the first part of chapter 5, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a laugh track back here.
Sorry.
I didn't think my joke was that funny.
Yeah.
Okay with the support. What else did we talk about then?
What are the questions?
The next question. Why, for instance, might yellow eyes be seen as horrible?
I think it makes it look horrible. Is that weird? Or like dark.
Sorry, you went really quiet. Kevin.
Yeah, I can't really hear what you're saying.
It'd be weird for him to have the same color skin as his eye.
Oh yeah, that's kind of true. So his eyes were the same color as his skin, and that's I don't know. Yellow just always seems to me as a dirty color. Having yellow, watery eyes, that just sounds like it's infected.
And they were
Yeah.
Samson, we're on the second question.
Okay, that's good.
If you
Sorry,
want to
just
answer
trying
the
to.
first question, you can.
Yeah, if you want to add to the first question, you can.
Let me see where we're at. Um, but the first one talking about the yellow eyes. First
No,
question.
it says, um, what details
What
are seen as
details?
horrible here? Why might
Um, sorry, I don't know.
Yep, I agree.
It's yeah. There's a lot. Yeah.
Okay, Samson, why do you think yellow eyes is seen as horrible? Or like, why might it be seen as horrible?
Like just seeing like how yellow eyes was compared to, or like seen as like evil or not normal. That's more. I don't remember where it was. There's something I mentioned about him having yellow eyes and being like gloomy or something really bad.
Yeah, it is especially physically. Like people who have jaundice, it affects their skin and their eyes, making them yellow. And so that could be something that it's seen as horrible because like you're sick or you have this
Yeah,
disease, and so it makes you repulsive.
Yeah. I didn't really think of that, but that makes sense.
it even said that he had black lips,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like black color,
That,
black
that just
and
reminds me.
purple lips. To me, it's just like not even human. It's dead.
That reminds
Yeah,
So
I want to
that's
kiss it.
me that, like,
sorry. Ina's having like technical difficulties. I'm like adding her over and over and over.
You're good.
it's the first time it's actually worked well for me.
Yeah, we can actually see you and everything.
Not that you want to anyway, but
So I have a question. Why was his teeth white? Like
Oh, I
so,
was noticing that.
I think he took parts from other people. Like,
yeah.
so he used other people's teeth, their skin, all that stuff to make
Dang, he
But I
probably
also,
did better with his skin.
yeah, I also kind of see it as like, I mean, that's the one thing that's normal. And so it's kind of eerie in a way because it's like his skin and his eyes, his lips, everything's different except for these beautiful, like, perfect teeth. And so it's kind of eerie. It like draws your attention to the teeth, and it's kind of animal-like in a way. That's my
Yeah,
first feeling.
for sure.
interesting way to think of it.
Good thing his limbs are proportionate.
Yeah. I always thought that Frankenstein was like massive because every other
Yeah,
book
huge.
makes him out to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's how I picture
Mhm.
Frankenstein, like this 6 feet 10 or like 7 feet
It
tall
doesn't,
guy, thick.
it doesn't say that he's not massive though because it says that they're proportionate, so he could just be a big guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, like his skin was yellow too. So like not only was his eyes yellow, but he had yellow skin.
Yeah.
Like that would seem kind of like weird and scary.
Well, he had nice black hair. Maybe black hair was beautiful back then.
Also, the other thing that I thought was weird, when I think of that, I think of like zombie or somebody that's dead when they
Yeah.
Sorry, you're breaking up. What did you say?
when people have shriveled up skin. When I think of shriveled up skin, I think of like dried fruit. Also,
Oh.
like open casket funeral, like when you see people in the casket,
Well, I guess that your shriveled up of the skin. I think that just symbolizes lifeless. It was lifeless,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So
Your
it's
soul.
yeah,
So maybe that's why the skin. Yeah.
symbolizing death and
Yeah.
lifelessness. Hmm.
Okay, we can move on to the next question. Um,
let's talk about each detail and why it might be important.
That's a lot of details.
So why are those important?
I think the hair and the teeth are kind of important. Those are like important reproduction. The rest is easy.
Yeah. I think just the whole putting his body together, like each detail of his body is very important because that's what the doctor or the scientists thought to be perfect. So like obviously each detail of the body, the skin, the hair, the teeth, probably had some significance to the scientists.
Hmm.
That I do not know.
Yeah, I wonder like why he chose those specific colors because you see Frankenstein that Frankenstein's monster that you see in like TV or movies or something. You see him with like green skin or something. So I wonder why he chose yellow and then how green stuck and what that symbolizes. But then I also like when we talk about hair and teeth and skin, like those are the things that we spend the most time on, like to beautify ourselves. And so maybe he's like kind of running with that idea that like we spend so much time on these and yet like it may be just meaningless because this is what it's going to turn out to be in the end. It's going to be like his monster.
Oh, that's a good one. Good insight.
Yeah. I thought it was also interesting how every time he talked about it, he said like that any object, inanimate subject, every single time he's telling it even though he made it and he thought that it would be beautiful,
Yeah. There's this part where he says the different accidents of life are not so changeable as the feelings of human nature. And he just goes into talking about how he worked on this lifeless soul for 2 years. And I don't know, like it even goes into how he said he deprived himself of like of rest and health and like it was something really important to him. Just to have it all
Yeah.
blow up in his face and be upset about it and pretty much afraid of it after
Hmm.
and disgusted. Like it just goes to show how much time he put into what he thought was gonna be one of his best work.
Yeah, and it ends up being what we didn't think.
Yeah.
I just meant, I was just meant to think about that because it says how he like thought it as beautiful. So like for everyone else, like it's weird, it's ugly, it's like disgusting, or like Frankenstein's always viewed as that creepy, put together kind of guy. But then for this guy that is creating him, he thinks he's like beautiful and his limbs were proportioned, and obviously all this work that went into it created like this image miracle.
Yeah.
How we define beauty. Yeah.
I think why, like, the question where she asks us why the details might be important, maybe because she wants, or Sister Hole, she wants us to see that sometimes it's not about the detail. The details is not what matters about a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's interesting. How when you really look into the details of someone, you may not like those little tiny things, but when you put it all together and you look at the big
Yeah.
picture, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting.
What else is there to talk about? What other features are there?
Hmm.
I think what else? I think we've covered most of it.
Yeah. Yeah. He just goes into explaining how it's like a demonical corpse.
Hmm.
I don't know. Pretty much what I have.
Yeah, I don't see anything else.
So for the paper, how long does it have to be?
Let's be half an hour.
No, the paper afterwards.
Oh, just a page.
Like 1 to 1.5 page.
Yeah. But this writing was different. All you have to do is like just write. There's no questions to answer. That's good.
Kind of just wrote about monsters like some quote.
Mm-hmm.
Is someone already writing this
Yeah.
paper?
Yeah, I already
Yeah,
wrote.
Calvin wrote it.
You didn't write
it.
it.
You can look at it. If I should change anything, or you can add the link.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
can look at it.
did you want me to send you the Hangout link, Calvin?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Just because I don't want any of us to turn it in and her not think that you wrote it or not. You know what I mean?
No worries.
But I don't know what else to talk about. This seemed like a learning lesson for him.
hmm It's interesting because we've been talking so much about beauty and like people's things on beauty, and then all of a sudden we're switching to like what's not beautiful, and so it's kind of a cool
Yeah.
contrast to like think of something and then again looking at the details. Oh, sorry, that's loud.
It's okay. I can kind of see how it has a beautiful thing. The ring. One of my group members is But yeah, how you were saying, like it's weird how we went from like talking about everything beautiful and now it's kind of contrasting it with something that's ugly but still trying to see the beauty in it. I think it's hard to see the beauty because we already have that image in our heads of this ugly
True.
monster growing up. Knowing all of that.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, you
part of
you
beauty.
think of folk.
I think it's beauty of the idea of it.
Yeah.
The fact that he's able to.
The creation is
Yeah,
beautiful.
the creation.
So the ending, like I guess like the very end, like it was confusing what happened. You guys know, like
With
Frankenstein.
with Clerval or whatever.
There's a lot of different variations of it. Like, I read a couple different Frankenstein stories. I don't know how this one exactly ends, but there's a couple different ones.
Yeah, I was just confused when I was reading the ending. I was just skimming over it. I don't know what it was.
That was the ending of that chapter, but there's a lot of other chapters, so
Like before it.
Yeah.
before and after.
Oh yeah, because it kind of just drops off.
Yeah, I guess.
I haven't read the whole book, so I don't even know how it ends.
There's a bunch of different versions of the same story. So that's why you'll see different depictions.
From when we started doing it.
Makes sense. Right. You guys want to look at the paper and tell me what I think I should add? Just let me know.
I read
Yeah,
it.
we'll do.
But
Yeah, I think we're all trying to find anything to say, but we're pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'll read the paper and see what you wrote.
you can add whatever your thoughts are too, and I'll try to. You can just write something in, and then we'll
Okay.
transition or something.
Oh, yeah, it's on
Sounds
Google
good.
Docs, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna send you the link, Kelvin.
Alright, sounds good.
I'll just send it to you via Facebook.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
So we're done.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Okay. Talk to you later.